Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'll be walking you through the step-by-step method on how to apply for the United States of America visa, that's the US visa. Now, before I proceed, please kindly click on the subscribe button, click on the notifications icon, that's the bell icon inside the subscribe button, so that whenever I make a new post like this, you don't get to miss it. Now, let's get into it. Now, guys, if you are trying to apply to the United States of America, now the first step is actually getting the US visa fee. Now, depending on where you're watching from, now there are different methods to actually get this visa fee. For example, people in Nigeria, all you just have to do is you can log into your GT Bank app, then make the payment from there. I made a video on how to do this. You can check out the link to the video in the description box, and also for people watching from any other part of the world, like I'll be dropping a link to where you can actually get it from, depending on the country that you are watching this from. So once you get your visa fee, the next thing you want to do is to fill your DS-160 form. Now, basically, what is the DS-160 form? This is the form where you fill in your personal information, what you are going to do in the United States, basically everything about you. So you fill in the form. Once you fill in the form, then the next step is actually to create a appointment profile. This is where you can actually book appointment, and I'll be walking you through all the steps. So now, like I said, I've done a video on how to buy the visa fee if you're in Nigeria. So there's a link below, and the next thing you'll see now is my screen, where I'll be showing you step-by-step method on how to create a DS-160 form, how to fill the DS-160 form, the requirements, what is needed. Basically, this video will cover everything. As you know, like, I don't keep information. I make sure I share everything you need to know regarding all this process. So if you're having any question, inquiries, please kindly drop a comment in the comment section below, and also don't forget to smash the like button. Don't be the habit of dropping comments whenever you want to ask questions or you're having issues. Just randomly drop comment just to show that you enjoy this video and you find this useful. Also, don't forget to share it with people. So what you'll be seeing next is my computer screen. Let's dive into it. Boom. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said, I'll be putting you through the step-by-step method on how to apply for the US visa. Now, the first step is actually to fill the DS-160 form. Now, let's just click on how to apply for US visa. So if you click this, it's going to show you all these pages. But now the first step is this. This is the or you can just click on cac.state.gov/cac. It's still going to take you to the same page. As you can see, all you just have to do is for non-immigrant visa, click on DS-160. That's going to take you to this page, which is still the same one, as you can see. So once you click on this page, the next thing you want to do is select one, the location where you're applying from. So in this case, let's assume now you're in Nigeria. So you select your location. This is Nigeria. You can either select Abuja or Lagos. That's the two options available. If you select that, the next step is you type in this T4P. Then you can click on start an application. So once you click on start application, the next step is click on agree. You definitely have to agree with the terms and conditions. Now you have to read this Computer Fraud and Abuse Act notices. Now this is very important. You don't have to be in Ace when you're doing this. Always ensure you copy this. You would always need this application ID if you're trying to retrieve your application, which you would always do. I can bet you would always need this. So just copy it or write it somewhere. What I usually do is I just copy it into a notepad. So app, you can just say something like app ID. You paste. Once you have copied the application ID, you copied it somewhere. You can select any of these security questions. So let's say in what city do your father and mother meet? So you say Nairobi, but please always still note that question. That security question is very important. So Nairobi, the next thing you want to do is to click on continue. Now, surname Ade, larger, other names Leke, full names in native alphabet. I mean, in this case, you click on does not apply. Have you ever used any other names, maiden names or religious for any reason? Nope. If your case is yes, click yes. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? No. If you have a telecode, you click yes. Sex, male or female? I'm male. Marital status, married. Date and place of birth. If you're single, click single. If you're divorced, click divorce. So basically just click what applies. So in this case, I'm married. Date and place of birth. Now this is very important again. I mean, because you would need this information to retrieve your profile. So let's just make it snappy. I'll quickly just select 11th. So I will select 1st of October. So for the purpose of this video, I'll be using fake information. So let's click on Lagos, or let's say Ikeja, place of birth, Lagos, country of origin, or country. In this case, I'm Nigerian. I'll click Nigeria, then I'll have to click on next. So I used 1st October 1960. Was it 60 or 70? Okay, no problem. I can always go back to check. Okay, so I have to fill this information first. Country, Nigeria, country of residence, Nigeria. Do you or have held any nationality other than nope? Strictly Nigerian. Are you a permanent resident of another country? In this case, no. National identification number. As you can see, it is very important. So I can just say I'm just entering a random number. Does not apply. If you don't have your NIN number, you can click on does not apply. UX taxpayer ID does not apply. So the next you want to do is to click. You can either click save, or so you can continue the application process. So again, visa class, purpose of trip to the United States. This is strictly B. Specify. Now this is B1, B2. So again, if you're going for business conference, you click on B1. If you're going for tourism or medical treatment, you click on B2. Then, have you made any specific plans? Yes. Provide a complete itinerary of your travel plans. So if you have made a specific travel plan, you fill in this information. If you have not, you click on no. As you can see here, intended date of arrival. That means you're planning to enter the United States, let's say 14th of July, like 2022. Intended length of stay, let's say we are looking at 2 weeks. Let's say I'll be staying in 91 Churchill Street. Like I said, fake. I'm just using random information. Westminster, New York. New York city code. If you know, if you have it, you can put it. If you don't, just move on. Person to / entity paying for this trip is going to be a self-sponsored trip. So in this case, self. As you can see, there are different options. If you are paying for, if you are sponsoring yourself, self, other persons, present employer, employer in the US, other organization. So, but in this case, self. Then move on to travel companion. Are the other persons traveling with you? So if you are traveling with your family, you can click yes. If you are not, no, I'm the only one. Then next. Have you been to the US? No. If you have been to the US, you click yes. Have you ever been issued a US visa? If yes or no, no. Have you ever been refused a US visa? You have to say the truth. You always have to say the truth. Has anyone ever filed an immigrant petition on your behalf in the United States? Always say the truth, because they already have all this information. They just want to know whether you're saying the truth or not. So if you lie, I mean, it's going to affect you at the end of the day. So street address, 99 Churchill. Now this is your address in Nigeria. Now Church Street, city. If you have the zip code, fine. If you don't, you just click on, does not apply. If you have the zip code, fine. If you don't, click on does not apply. Country/region, Nigeria. Mailing address. Is your address also the same as your mailing address? So now in this case, if you have a PO box, for example, you can, but in this case, yes. Now primary phone number, 234-8020. I'm just putting a random number. Secondary phone does not apply. Work phone does not apply. Have you ever used any other mobile in the last 5 years? If yes, yes. If no, no. Nope. If yes, they'll ask you to provide that number. As you can see. If yes, they'll ask you to provide that number. If no, you just click no. Email address. Have you ever used any other email address in the last 5 years? Just click the one that applies. Social media platforms. Now, again, they do some form of background checks these days, so they just want to have access to some of your social media platforms. So you can just include Facebook. You can select Adelajo. You have to put in your name or not my name, so I'm just using mine as an example. So another Facebook, that's Instagram. You can just put in your @leke. So you can put as much as any other social media that you have, just include it there. Do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other website or application you have used within the last 5 years? If you have, yes. If you don't, you just move on, no. Then the next is your passport, international passport details. So in this case, is your regular passport. So enter your passport number. I'm just entering random information. Passport booklet. Let's say we have the 30 booklet, Nigeria. The city where you receive the passport, let's say Ikoyi, is in Lagos, Nigeria. Issuance date. Let's assume I got my passport on the June, that's in 2019. Okay, so it's going to expire 5 years after 2024. So it's going to apply, say 8 June 2024. And if you are using the one that does not expire, you just have to click no expiration. Have you ever lost your passport? Nope. So now let's move on to the next one. If you have lost your passport, put it there. Contact person or organization in the United States. Contact person in the United States. Let's say the person I'm going to meet is Patrick. I'll put the name. The given name. The surname is Patrick. Let's say the given name is Michael. I'll just put it there. And if you don't know, you click on do not know. But it's always advisable. I mean, if you're going to visit someone, you should know their name. So the name of the organization, Michael Schofield. Let's say Michael Schofield. Breaker. So you just put the name of the organizations, the relationship to you. Now this is very important: relative, spouse, friend, business associate, depending on the one that applies. Let's say in this case it's just a friend I'm going to visit. Now it's also important you have to enter their address in the 30 Winchester Avenue, Red Town, New York. So you have to enter real information here. It has to be real. So zip code, if you know it, impute it. If you don't, move on. They also have to enter their phone number, their email address, anything at anything.com. Let's assume this is the email address. And if you don't know, does not apply, you can also click on does not apply. So in this case, you don't know their email address, you can just click does not apply, then you move on to the family. So reaching the family, the first thing you want to do is which is in this case your own family, father's full name and date of birth. If your father's family, let's say my dad's name is Adelaja 2. My dad's name is Adelaja, his given name is say Matthew. You impute it there. Let's say his date of birth is 9th of April 1940. Is your father in the US? If yes, click on yes. If no, click on no. Mother's full name. Adelaja still. Given name. Let's say Sandra. And let's assume 1948. Is the mother in the US? If yes, click yes. If no, click no. Do you have any immediate relative, not including parents, in the United States? If yes, click yes. If no, click no. Then you go to spouse option. I said no. I don't. So the next thing is to move to spouse. Your spouse name. You also have to include that. And a surname is that. A given name is you impute that. Spouse date of birth. You also have to fill in that. 1989. Spouse country of origin, Nigeria still. City, spouse place of birth, Lagos. Country and origin, country region, Nigeria. Spouse email address. Oh, spouse address, sorry. Same as home address, yes. So then you move into the next one. Oh, I think I made a mistake here. Primary occupation. Let's say I'm into. Now, sometimes you might not really find your kind of business in here. So you can just click on order. In this case, you can click on order. So let's say business. So present as employer. Let's say you have, my employer is Leke, Enterprise, something like that, or Leke International. Address 1, Church Gate, don't mind me, Church Gate, city, Lagos, postal code does not apply. We can put this at Bagada or Maryland. Phone number, phone number, you can also something like that. Region, Nigeria. Start date, I started, let's say, in August year 2000. Monthly income in local currency, so let's say my salary is 500,000. I'm a big boy, right? So now briefly describe your duty. I love to leave. Describe your duties in this. So move on. Were you previously employed? Yes, but I'm trying to avoid stories, so I click no. Have you? Because if you click yes, you have to really feel this. If truly you've been previously employed, you have to state everywhere you've worked before. But in this case, let me just put no. Have you attended any educational institution at a secondary level or above? Yes. So what's the name of the institution? Unilag, Yaba. So you put the address, does not apply. Country, Nigeria. Course of study, computer science. Date of attendance from dates from, let's say, 4th of April, high school, let's say 1990 to let's say 11th of April. And I graduated, let's say, in 1996. So you have to include it. Then you click move to the next one. So do you belong to a clan or tribe? Yes. Maybe in your own case, you might be Igbo, you might be Yoruba, you might be Hausa. Let's say I'm from the north, I'll put in Hausa. I can speak, let's say, Fulani language. So you add Fulani. Let's say I can speak English. I can speak French. I can speak Igbo. So just list the number of languages you can speak. Have you traveled to another country region within the last 5 years? Yes, I'm a traveler. What do you expect? So list country. Oh man, this is let's say I have visited UAE. So you just list as many as applies here. Have you belonged to, contributed, or worked for any professional, social, or charitable organization? If yes, click yes. If no, click no. Do you have a specialized skills or training such as firearms, explosive, nuclear, biological, or chemical experience? Setup, no. Have you ever served in the military? If you have, click yes. If you have not, click no. Have you ever served have you ever served in, been a member of, or been involved with a paramilitary unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, guerrilla group, or insurgent organization? No way. So then we move on to the next step. So once we move on, language name has not been completed. Oh, I click this. So if you want to remove, you can either remove, or in this case, I'll remove this. So continue. So now these are just security and background. Do you have a communicable disease? No. Do you have a mental or physical disorder? Nope. Have you ever been a drug abuser or addict? Guys, now one set me up. No. Have you ever been arrested or convicted? Nope. Have you ever violated or engaged? Nope. Are you coming to the United States to engage in prostitution? Come on, no. I mean, if it applies to you, but in this case, no. Have you ever been involved in or seek to engage in money laundering? No. Have you ever committed or conspired to commit human trafficking? Why would I do that? Have you ever unknowingly aided, abetted, or assisted? Come on, human, no. Are you or your spouse or individual who has, are you the spouse, son, or daughter of an individual who has committed those? Come on, no. So then the next, you move to the next one. Do you seek to engage in espionage, or do you seek to engage in espionage, sabotage, export control violations? No. Do you seek to engage in terrorist activities? Guys, have you ever or do you intend to provide financial assistance to other support or other support to terrorists? Come on, no. Are you a member or representative of a terrorist organization? No. Are you the spouse, son, or individual who has engaged? No. Have you ever ordered, incited, committed, assisted, or otherwise in genocide? No. Have you ever committed, ordered? No. Now, extrajudicial? No. Now, read this question, then answer the one that applies. But in this case, most of no. Then you move on to the next one. Now, this is part 4. Provide the following security information. So now, have you ever sought to obtain or assist? It's always better to read these questions. I'm only rushing through this process because I'm already familiar with these questions. So it's always better to read to understand before you continue. Have you ever sought to obtain or assist others to obtain a visa entry into the United States? Benefit by fraud or willful misrepresentation? No. Have you ever been removed or deported from any country? No. If you have, click yes. So, have you ever withheld custody of a U.S. citizen child outside the United States from a person granted legal custody by a U.S. court? No. Have you voted in the United States in violation of any law or regulation? No. Have you ever renounced United States citizenship for the purpose of avoiding tax? No. So then the next stage is actually to provide, your passport, to upload your passport. Now, you have to read this carefully. Always have a background. Now, if you're taking your passport for U.S. Embassy, tell them it is for U.S. Embassy, right? It should be square it should be a square photo on a white background. Once you get to the studio, just tell them that it is for U.S. Embassy. They already know what to do. So just tell them it is for U.S. Embassy. You want it in 2x2. So it's going to be square anyways. So once they give you that format, you can then scan and upload your photo. So once you click on upload, as you can see, it will give you every information you need to on the kind of standard they are looking at. So your head must be, upward standing, eyes facing the camera. Your 2 ears must be visible, as you can see here. Right? So once you have the particular photo requirement, then the next thing you want to do is to scan them. They can now upload it here. So once you upload, this is the final process. Then I will go to my documents. So I've uploaded the photo. I would wait for it to load. So then I can now say, upload photo. I can bet you it's not going to take it. As you can see, the submitted photo did not meet the image quality requirement. So continue without the photo. Enter your photo. So now once you upload your photo, now this is the final part. If you successfully upload the photo, it's going to take you to the next page. But right now we don't have a photo, so we'll just skip this part. But this is the final process. So once you finish this process, you have to move to the next one. You can actually complete this process without your without your visa fee. But you still need your visa fee to book an appointment. So now the next step is actually booking an appointment date. So if you're trying to book an appointment date, now we have finished the first process with DS-160 form. The next process is booking the appointment date, which is the most important part of this whole process. Yeah, to me that's the most important part, because what is the essence of actually, putting your information in the DS-160 form when it doesn't stop there? Watch out for the part 2 of this video now to